Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work. I've been sitting here thinking about Urban Meyer. Now here's my thing. I'm not crazy about college coaches, okay? But the reality is it doesn't necessarily matter if you're a college coach or a professional coach. Well, Urban Meyer is the one who said, I want to coach the Dallas Cowboys. And here's the thing. When we think about Jason Garrett's pedigree, Jason Garrett, backup for Troy Aikman, he had that great Thanksgiving game. But as far as...
I actually finally saw that game.
Did you? Finally saw it? Okay. Well, here's the thing. Experience-wise, as a coach, now I know everybody says, let's get Tony Romo to coach. Listen, Tony Romo's not going to coach. And you don't know if he can translate. There's a big difference between being a great player and being a great coach. Very few great players become great coaches. I'm sorry, it's a fact. You just don't see it. Michael Jordan stunk as trying to be a coach, okay? And best plasma player of all time. But here's the thing. Jason Garrett, his experience of actually being a coach was under Nick Saban as quarterback's coach. Then he was immediately hired by the Cowboys to be offensive coordinator and then head coach. So he didn't have any experience at really being the guy. Now, he went through, and it's been on-the-job training for 10 years now. And now we're actually looking today at game films of when the Cowboys played well and using that as motivation. It's a little too late. But thinking about Urban Meyer, college coach, Ohio. You can look at Ohio and say the cupboards are still stocked from what he did. High profile. And maybe the fact that he wants to coach the Cowboys. Because here's the thing. Coaching the Cowboys isn't like any other job out there. You got to deal with Jerry. Jerry wants the limelight. Jerry wants to go ahead and get all the credit.
Maybe that's why his stuff against Bill so long.
Well,
so you get the limelight.
But I'm not sure. I don't understand this because the limelight of being a loser, I can't understand having that. No, I'm sorry. You want the limelight. You be the architect that built winning another game. Putting the people in place, getting another Super Bowl. That is the kind of attention and ego builder I'd like. Being down there on the field of the Super Bowl, holding up and saying, yeah, I'm the one. This is the Dallas Cowboys. I built this stuff. That's to me where your ego is. Not listening to how stupid you are about keeping Jason Garrett around. I'm sorry. I don't see how that feeds an ego. To me, winning feeds the ego. Robert Kraft doesn't seem to have an ego problem winning all these Super Bowls on top of Super Bowls now, does he?
Well, you know what he does?
What?
He gets fined to get paid to keep the music.
Yeah, well, and he also goes down to Florida for massages.
Yeah, he's about to get fined again.
But maybe Urban Meyer, wanting to be here, he knows what is in store for him. And I think of it like this. It's a different thing. It's a different animal being an NFL coach versus college, right? But I think back to my life when I had a company that came to me and said, we want you to build a Bassett furniture store. Can you do it? I was like, oh yeah, we can do that. At this point in my life, I had never done a job over $10,000. And this was going to be a $200,000 job, 20,000 square foot. We were gutting out a CVS and building a Bassett furniture store. And I was cool. Oh yeah, no problem, man. We got this covered. Inside, I was scared to death. I went to my friend Alex. You guys have seen me work in his house in Culpeper and stuff. Alex is about 87 years old now. Alex is like my Yoda. I said, Alex, they want me to build a 20,000 square foot furniture store. I've never done anything like this before. He said, hold on. He said, do you know how to hang a sheet of drywall? I said, yes. He said, well, 1,000 of them go on the same way one does. It's the same thing. It's just you're doing more of the same thing. So maybe what Urban Meyer has done, building a program, running a program, being in the spotlight, having to deal with players that may get into trouble, maybe that's prepared him, and maybe the desire for him to be here. Because you think about Dak Prescott, our quarterback. He grew up dreaming about being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And you got to look, whether you like Dak or don't like Dak, you got to look at this and say, everything that he has done here with the Dallas Cowboys is work his ass off to get better and better and better. And as far as any problems, there's never been any problems with Dak Prescott here. And the fact that he's over 4,000 yards right now, and his numbers are better right now than they have been any of his other seasons, he's going to continue to get better because he wanted to be here. And maybe, just maybe, that might be the case with Urban Meyer. But at least, looking at Urban Meyer, he has far and away more experience than Jason Garrett has ever had. What do you think? Now, honestly, for me, I still... Well, the problem is this. Jerry Jones is not going to change. Jerry Jones is still going to be putting his finger in stuff, although less, he's going to be delegating more to others like Stephen Jones, now the money man. The reason why we're not in cap hell anymore is because Stephen Jones is taking care of business there. Jerry Jones is not making the crazy contracts like he did. Even though we've signed D-Law to a big contract and signing Zeke Elliott to a big contract, there are outs on these contracts a couple years down the road. So 2 more years of DeMarcus Lawrence, you can let him go with no pay. And that is Stephen Jones's influence. When we used to draft players where Jerry Jones was there, like, hey, let me show me the money, and ready to draft Johnny Manziel, that's when Stephen Jones took the card away and said, no, Jerry, that's idiotic. Let's get Zach Martin. He's going to be a great player on the offensive line. And when we used to do stupid trades where we would give up 2 number ones for Joey Galloway or first and second and thirds and all that for Roy Williams. We don't do those things because they put Will McClay in place. And maybe if they put an Urban Meyer there to handle the plays on the field, that he can end up, doing some things a little bit better. Jason Garrett seems to be, as smart as he is with that Princeton education, seems like he doesn't really know what to do. The fact that you don't use in-game analysis to understand what's working, what's not, to now be using film here 3 games to go to try and motivate players, it's just like you don't have a clue what to do. And that's where maybe Urban Meyer's experience will come in. Now, what's lost in all this is we get a game on Sunday. We've been talking all week about who's going to be coaching and everything else and slamming Jason Garrett, but we have a game on Sunday. How do you feel about it? Think we got a chance? No chance? I actually think, here's the thing. The Cowboys and Jason Garrett, whenever we're expected to do something is when we fail. Remember when they used to talk about the Cowboys could be the first team to host a Super Bowl in their own stadium? That season, straight down the toilet. Yeah, that's the season that brought us Jason Garrett. 2015, after the catch, no catch, everybody thought, oh man, the Cowboys, man, they finally got together, they're on a roll, man. They're ready to rock and roll, right? 2014, straight down the toilet. So now, everybody's saying the Rams got this, the Cowboys are in free fall. This will be the game that they turn around and win. You can take that to the bank. Last year, it was the New Orleans game. This year, it'll be the Rams. And I got to tell you, I'll come back with you guys later on. I'm trying to understand this thing where everybody is now on the Carson Wentz bandwagon for beating a pathetic Giant team. Seriously? They're praising him for beating a team that hasn't won a game in, what, 10 weeks? Yeah. All right. I'm going to get something to eat, and then I'm going to watch Baltimore kick the Jets' butt, and I'm going to sleep. Anything you got to add? All right. We'll see you guys soon.